In the last 24 months, CMOS has transitioned from a niche Caribbean staple to a global wellness phenomenon. Marketing claims often state it contains 92 of the 102 minerals the human body needs. From a geochemical perspective, this number is a generalization. However, the biological reality of this red algae is that it functions as a bioaccumulator. It absorbs and concentrates minerals directly from the ocean water. Today, we analyze the specific bioactive compounds that drive the physiological effects of this marine vegetable. The most statistically significant compound in CMOS is iodine. The thyroid gland requires iodine to synthesize thyroxine and triiodothyronine, hormones that regulate metabolic rate, protein synthesis, and enzymatic activity. In modern diets, iodine deficiency is a common variable in metabolic stagnation. CMOS provides a highly bioavailable form of iodine, however, this is a dose-dependent variable. Excessive iodine intake can trigger the Wolff-Chaikoff effect, a paradoxical inhibition of thyroid hormone synthesis. The data suggests that while CMOS is a potent metabolic activator, it requires precise dosing to avoid thyroid deregulation. Structurally, CMOS is rich in carrageenans, sulfated polysaccharides. When mixed with water, these compounds form a thick, gel-like substance known as mucilage in the human gastrointestinal tract. This mucilage acts as a non-digestible soluble fiber. It functions as a prebiotic, providing substrate for beneficial gut bacteria. Furthermore, the high viscosity of this hydrocolloid coats the mucous membranes of the digestive system. Clinical observations suggest this coating action can soothe gastric inflammation and reduce the severity of acid reflux by creating a physical barrier against gastric acid. We must address the chemical distinction between food-grade carrageenan and polygeenan. Critics of CMOS often cite studies linking carrageenan to intestinal inflammation and lesions. However, those studies typically utilize polygeenan, a chemically altered version with a lower molecular weight. Native carrageenan found in raw CMOS has a high molecular weight and does not cross the intestinal barrier in the same way. The data indicates that the inflammatory risk is largely associated with the industrial processing of the extract, not the consumption of the whole alga. Beyond iodine, CMOS is a source of taurine, an amino acid derivative that supports cardiovascular health and osmoregulation. It also contains significant levels of potassium chloride, which assists in dissolving catarrhs and reducing congestion. The glow, often attributed to CMOS users, is likely linked to the high sulfur content, a mineral essential for collagen synthesis and keratin integrity in skin and hair. CMOS is not a magical cure-all, but it is a nutrient-dense marine vegetable that fills specific gaps in the modern mineral profile, specifically iodine and sulfur. Its efficacy relies on the quality of the water it was harvested from and the existing thyroid health of the user.